Hi, Rob Rains here, along with Sally Tippett Rains, bringing you another edition of Weathering the Storms of Life with the Ranges, our little quiz program here. We put up every day on STLSportspage.com, as well as Rainbows for Kids. We're doing it a few weeks now while we've been kind of staying at home and trying to enjoy our own lives here, stuck at home or safe at home, and hopefully everybody else is doing the same thing.
It's been fun for us. It's been a good way to spend our time. And if you are new to the little quiz show, we're in the Choose Happy studio instead of Rob as a sports reporter, and normally he is doing things in his STL Sports page office. But I had written a book just as a coincidence. It just came out this year called Choose Happy: Find Contentment in Any Situation, and it's full of inspiring stories by people that have given me the stories. Wasn't all my great writing talents. It was the great stories that people provided of how they made it through a really tough time. So um, we offered that free of charge to our Rainbows for Kids families of children with cancer in the greater St. Louis area. So you can find out more about the book on rainbowsforkids.org under the Choose Happy button, or I think we have a button on
Mm-hmm.
stlsportspage.com. But my words of wisdom today are choose happy. No matter what you're going through, it's a tough time for everybody. And even when I say choose happy, I face those tough times
Absolutely.
too. But we just have to, buck up and we can make it through. So let's just have some fun together.
Yeah, so we got a couple different categories for today's questions. The first one is vacation destinations. Of course, when everybody is out of quarantine here, I'm sure the airlines are going to be very busy and a lot of people are going to want to go places. So we've got a few questions for you about different possible vacation destinations. And then we'll finish up with another edition of one of our more popular quizzes that we've had already here on the program. The ever popular where'd you go to high school?
And it looks like someone spilled coffee, which probably was me on the thing. And
Well,
then it
that's
looks
not
like
the
we
but that
copied it and
but
we.
that's not the one that we're using. So
Okay, good.
we're using this one up here.
Okay, good. Because I was just saying, good luck to us.
Yeah, no, it's this one up here.
All
All right,
right.
vacation destinations. Question one. If you're new to this program here, you can either just play along and think about the answers, or if you want to get out a piece of paper and a pen and write down the answers, there's no prizes, but we'll give you the answers after we go through each of the questions. So question one, vacation destinations. How many islands form the state of Hawaii? How many islands are there in the state of Hawaii?
Question two is if you've been to Cancun, you'll know the answer to this. Is Cancun on the Gulf of Mexico side of Mexico, or is it on the Pacific Ocean side?
Okay. Question three, which theme park opened first, Disney World or Disneyland?
Question four about France. What is the Eiffel Tower made of?
Okay. Number five, staying in Europe, which city is located farther north, Berlin or London? Which city is located farther north geographically?
Question six. In what state was the first national park designated? Which state had the first national park?
Mm-hmm. Question seven, where were the Summer Olympics supposed to be held this year that they've now been postponed until 2021? Where were the Summer Olympics going to be this year?
Number eight. What is the largest island in Europe?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Question
The
nine,
largest island in Europe.
and question nine, on which side of the road do the Japanese drive in Japan? I guess when the Japanese are here, they have to drive on the same side of the road as the Americans. But in Japan, what side of the road do you drive on?
And the last question in that category. What is the name of the cave located inside Silver Dollar City? And I think that Rob Raines spent the night in that
No,
cave.
that was a different cave.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but
Okay, well,
sorry,
good. Then if
sorry for
somebody knew that he spent the night in a certain cave, I
not that
didn't
one.
give it away.
Incorrect answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And all right, now back to where did they go to high school? Ever popular St. Louis category. We'll name the person, ask you to identify the high school where they went.
We had one category of this the other day, but these are all new people.
All new people. A lot of people went to high school in St. Louis. All right, Vincent Price, first one, former longtime actor, native of St. Louis. Vincent Price, where did he go to high school?
And yesterday we mentioned John Hamm on the question quiz show. So, where did John Hamm go to high school?
I also believe we mentioned Nellie on yesterday's program. Where did Nellie go to high school?
All right, number four, one of our favorites, Frank Cusimano. Where did Frank Cusimano go to high school?
Mm-hmm. Question five, actor, former star of Quantum Leap, Scott Bakula. Where did Scott Bakula go to high school?
Number six, Jack Dorsey. Where did Jack Dorsey go to high school?
In the news lately because he just pledged to give $1 billion of his net worth from Twitter and Square to coronavirus relief funds.
Very
Question 7, Arthur Ashe, the former tennis star. Where did Arthur Ashe go to high school?
Cardinal fans will probably know this from listening to the chit chat on the Cardinal games at various times. Where did Mike Shannon go to high school?
And former St. Louis Mayor Francis Slay. Last one in this category. Where did Francis Slay go to high school?
Want to just answer those since
Sure,
we're on
we
that
can answer
page
those
right
first
now?
real quick. Sure.
Okay.
Vincent Price went to Country Day High School, now MICDFs.
John Hamm went to John Burroughs.
Nellie, a graduate of University City High School.
Frank Cusimano went to DeSmet.
Scott Bakula was Kirkwood.
Jack Dorsey was Bishop DeBerg.
Arthur Ashe graduated from Sumner High School.
Mike Shannon went to CBC.
And former Mayor Francis Slay is a graduate of St. Mary's High School.
St. Mary's.
Alrighty, now back to the vacation destinations. How many islands form the state of Hawaii? That would be 6. Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Maui, and Hawaii.
Cancun is on the Gulf of Mexico side of Mexico.
Correct. Theme park opened first, Disneyland or Disney World. It was Disneyland in California.
The Eiffel Tower is made of iron.
Which city is located farther north, Berlin or London? The answer is London. 50-50 chance of getting that right.
Right. In what state was the first national park designated? Wyoming. What park was it?
Yellowstone. Okay, where did the Summer Olympics supposed to be held this year now been postponed until next summer? That would be Tokyo, Japan.
I'm lost. Go
The
ahead.
largest island in Europe is Great Britain. That was question 8.
The Japanese drive on the left side of the highway of the
And-
streets.
And the cave in Silver Dollar City is Marvel Cave,
And which was the one you spent the
Fantastic
night?
Caverns.
Oh, Fantastic
Right.
Caverns. That's right.
part of a civil defense exercise when I was in high school.
Yep.
Thanks for joining in here on this edition of Weathering the Storm of Life with the Rangers. Hopefully you got perfect scores on the quizzes. We'll be back with another edition of the program tomorrow here on STLSportsPage.com, BrainlessForKids.org.